And is brought to us this morning by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, Access Bank, more than banking, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy smile.
Okay, we're just talking about the need to buckle up, right? Some of the cars, in fact, are not in a good shape. And the transport minister is concerned about that. So you have that big story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times this morning, ensuring road safety, government to crack down on rickety vehicles. So it comes to the picture of Joseph Bukari Nikpe, who's transport minister. It appears that almost all our standards have been thrown out just because we know that our commercial vehicles do not meet the standards. In fact, it's as though we don't really care about safety standards in this country. And so now the transport minister wants to enforce that. So you find details, page 12 of the Ghanaian Times. Then there's the talk about the automotive industry receiving some boost from Triton Motors. And we know that quite a number of the JC vehicles are coming into town, turning Accra's waste into wealth. The Gaio Youth, it's a group, it's a youth group actually, it's called Gaio. They're providing some solutions to turning Accra's waste into wealth. In fact, I recall doing the sustainability conversation with the German embassy on the climate talk series. And Kujo, in fact, some of the experts are saying we shouldn't be calling waste because it is actually wealth. If you look at what the likes of Josh Spawn and the others have done with waste alone in this country, if we have, significant technological investment, we should be able to turn things around. And so, that could deal with our sanitation issues as well. MIF is also awarding scholarships to 45 students of UMAT. So that's the Mineral Investment and Income Fund. They are doing quite a lot now in terms of diversifying our royalties and putting it into good use.
Are they calling themselves MIF now?
So how do we call that?
I mean, I always thought they were MIIF.
Too much, isn't it?
MIF. Hey, bless it.
Okay. We have the Daily Guide as well. Selective justice, mass dismissals eroding Mahama's goodwill. There's a Pulse report released by Imani Africa. They say that all of these issues, including the presidential jet conversation as well, is the reason for which Ghanaians are seeing some level of double standards on the part of government. So we'll get into bits of the report and what it says this morning. Comes to the picture of the president on the front page of the Daily Guide. But our public debt is also hitting 628.8 billion cedis. That's a big one. Dr. Kisela Tofolson has a lot more work to do in terms of reducing that. At the time they, of course, came into power, what we know is that the debt ratio had reduced significantly because of the exchange rate, but we'll find out shortly what's accounting for that. TikTok jailed 7 months over threat to kill president. It's also on the front page of the Daily Guide. And Kumasi shuts down as Asante Ema goes home today. These are some of the stories you'd find on the Daily Guide this morning. We can do also the National Enquirer. Christian leaders unite during landmark meeting on national prayer, unity and governance, and evacuation of excavators from Tema Port not secretive. The Port and Harbour Authority has been trying to clarify that, Kojo, because we saw the pictures shot at night indicating the mass movement of some earth-moving equipment at the port. The president has added his voice. The Port and Harbour Authority is also saying a bit more about it. The Daily Democrat this morning, Goldbot cracks down on criminal syndicate. Initially, there was a mishap on the photographs, but this morning we have an updated one you'd find on the front page of the Daily Democrat. Ghana secures 3.5 billion oil investment at Africa Oil Week, and Trazaco reaffirms respects for Botiman land rights, and government opens portal for coconut seedling distribution. And the story we've been talking about all morning, 23 NDC 2024 parliamentary candidates appeal to President Mahama to act. It comes to the picture of Johnson Asiedu Nketia. You have the Chief of Staff's picture there. And one more in the mix is Fifi Kwete.
To government to act on what?
They need jobs. You have to I don't want us to do reward and merit system this morning.
Reward and duty.
Okay,
Yeah.
some business here. Business and Financial Times. Bold reforms needed to boost productivity and inclusive growth. TUC Employers Association urged government. And there's also the talk about BOG extending their easing cycle when it comes to the issues of a strong GDP and lowering the monetary policy rate to somewhere around 21.5%. That you'd find when you grab a copy of the Business and Financial Times. GRA is also unveiling Government Tech Innovation Challenge to boost revenue. These are some of the stories we have making the rounds on the major newspapers when you take them this
All right,
morning.
let's go online. The online review is brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest. Congratulations to them on 20 years of excellence.
Yes, 20 years is no mean feat. And of course, we've been talking about that, the fact that many businesses in Africa have not crossed that mark.
They
So
haven't.
we say kudos to the team at Zenith Bank. Let's go online, shall we, Kujo?
Yeah.
GES is releasing the 2025 school placement, and they're warning against unauthorized admissions.
So this started at dawn today. And I'm curious. I want to know how it's going. So
Yeah.
if you have a ward or a child you're attempting to place and you've started to use the system today, can you tell us how it's going? What's your experience of it? Is it working? Is it a bit better?
Yeah.
We were told that they added some verification processes to remove the clutter and stress
yeah.
that normally parents have to go through. Tell us how that's going for you,
Yes,
okay?
true.
Send a WhatsApp through to us on 055 1111 997, or you can post on X. Use
And that should be helpful, isn't it? Because what comes fresh on my mind is the Fourth Estate's work on this placement thing.
Yeah.
And we just hope that parents will not be taking advantage of, because everyone is desperate, trying to get their boys into St. Augustine's, I believe.
Yeah, indeed. Yes. Everybody wants their child to go to school at a beach resort. I understand the
Hey,
pressure.
easy.
Yes, I. Absolute action, I'm going to say.
I hear you. No debate this morning.
None.
I'll grant you that this morning. Anyway, state of emergency alone won't solve Galamsey. Hackman also Ajiman has been speaking a lot about it. And then we have met all the dollar requests from commercial banks. That's according to the central governor, Dr.
Johnson
Siama speaking there. Alan's exit hurt NPP, but return should not be taken lightly, says Hackman Owusu Ajiman. Would you want to see Alan back in the NPP?
Would Alan want to see Alan back in the
He
NPP?
says he's running 2028.
So he doesn't want to go back into the NPP.
Or are you assuming his...
If he says he's running, or he wants to run for the NPP.
he could.
Could he?
Or he's lost the opportunity.
I think he has.
Okay. And so these are some of the stories you'd find when you head on
Very
to
important
myjoyonline.com.
story you mentioned
Yes.
earlier.
I was just
this
going
is the
to
one
quickly
about-
point you to Asiedu Nketiah's
Okay, sure. Let's hear
issue.
that one.
Contest to hell. Asiedu Nketiah warns against NPP style of fighting. He's rather talking about the other side and not speaking on issues relating to...
Thank yous.
Thank
Alright.
you, Tor.
Yeah.
Shall we do City Newsroom? Let's do that briefly before I take your thought, Kujo, on some other happenings. This one says, don't follow NPP's path. They are in a contest to hell. That's according to Johnson Asiedu Nketiah. And he's also been telling the base of the party, the grassroots, that look, your time will come in terms of appointments, right?
Yeah.
And this brings back your concern. Are you rewarding the people or you're giving them what they truly deserve?
Well, at the very least, he has an attitude of gratitude.
Okay, poverty, corruption, silent killers of democracy. That's according to Baba Kamara. And no borrowing for consumption, only growth-driven projects. That's according to the Finance Minister and Acting Defense Minister, Dr. Kesela Forson. So these stories there. But mobile money transactions in Ghana is also hitting quite a significant level now, 354.1 billion cedis in August, as of August, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So these are some of the stories you'd find online, could you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blazer.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, let me talk about the state of emergency, right? So, Hackman Osajiman is saying that, what? Let's read that headline again.
For him, he believes that the issue about state of emergency alone would not solve
The
Galamsey.
problem.
That's his
Okay,
position
all
on
right,
that matter.
okay. So I think what the reason why the state of emergency even became an issue is because before the election, the previous government, one of the things they actually agreed to was a petition that was sent to them by several groups. You remember? Over 50 civil society organizations.
Sending a petition.
And in there they said, look, just to give you some time so you can reset the clock and figure this thing out, because they keep poisoning the water. And as long as the water is still being poisoned, no matter what you do to purify it, it's futile.
Right.
Which is why we are seeing the shutdown of some of these water. So at least the Galamsey must stop, so that when it rains and the water can then be refreshed and then we can have some kind of reset, right? Pun intended with the word reset. So this idea came from back then. The concept was that we need to just reset the clock for these water bodies. That's what the state of emergency was about. Some temporary thing to stop mining in water bodies and, of course, near water bodies and in forest reserves, right? Okay. That's where it came from. And then we heard promises from members of the then opposition NDC that, when we win, we will do it. Right? Because they were calling for the previous government to do it. Right. Then they came along. Now, if things hadn't got worse, I don't think anyone will be putting pressure on the president to declare a state of emergency. If things had improved, we would have allowed the president to do whatever it is he's doing, which has improved things. But things have not improved. So it has become even more necessary to have that reset. The only question is, will a state of emergency work? Will it give us that reset? Okay,
at least
we've not done it before. Right? So will it work? Now, there are some difficulties with the state of emergency. First of all, declaring it in several different areas at the same time is logistically very difficult. Okay, I've been speaking to some generals in the military, getting some off the record advice on how these things work, what they would actually physically do if an order was given for a state of emergency. And they said, well, you would require lots and lots of resources. You can't not be resourced. So every area where there's a state of emergency, you must have access to it, road access, whatever. You must ensure that you have your communications lines, your electricity, water, everything, so that the military can go there and actually control the place. Because state of emergency is not just about securing it, it's about controlling it. The other thing is that rights will be suspended. They can decide that they are not going to let the media know what's going on there. They can do pretty much anything, whether it is lawful or not, because a state of emergency has been declared. So it is quite an extreme measure, right? That's what the president meant when he said he wants it to be the last resort. Okay, but the question is, will it work? Will it solve the problem? Well, it may. But I suggest that maybe we try something else first. But try it now, immediately. And that is to declare some of these areas security zones. So it's different from state of emergency. You don't have to go to parliament. You don't suspend rights. You simply give an order. Commander-in-chief orders the military. This area is now a security zone. The military go there, set up their camps. If you come there, they arrest you, or they kick you out, or they do what they basically stop you from entering the area where you've been polluting the water. They protect the water.
I've seen a story online attributed to there was a newspaper we read yesterday as well, which attributed that to Felix, the president, the government communications minister, the fact that there are plans to target some areas and to deploy military camps there. That's what, as far as we understand, maybe that's part of the plan, but let's see.
The question is, why not already?
Now. Right.
Why not already? No, you are even saying now. I'm saying already. It's been 9 months. Why not already? Why have you not already done that?
Big question. Kujo, and mind you, Monday will be another holiday, and you know why, isn't it?
Oh, that's nice.
It will be observed as a public holiday to mark this year's Founders Day. I don't know whether you side with
the founder apostrophe S or founder S apostrophe. Never before has the placement of an apostrophe been so important.
Yeah. But whatever the case, enjoyment will come on Monday. Joy is coming on Monday. Anyway, so these are some of the stories you'd find around, and there's obviously, as you're saying, the talk about Asiru Nketia, which we've seen online. Just as we're speaking about his thank you tour, he's been saying quite a lot there, including the fact that he believes that the contest actually of the NPP is what we should be watching, and not perhaps what's happening in the NDC. He says that what the NPP is doing, and I'll just give you excerpts of that on myjoyonline.com. National chairperson of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiru Nketia, has called on party members to remain calm and united as President John Mahama's government gradually creates more opportunities for appointments. Speaking at a meeting with the branch and constituency executives, ward coordinators, and former officials, as well as cadres in the Sojaman constituency, Johnson Asiru Nketia.
So this was part of the thank you talk.
So it's already started.
All right. Okay.
He's assured supporters that they should be patient, and their patience, quote, will be rewarded. It will be rewarded. Let me just try and get you a quote. He says, if we do what we want with the positions we have gotten, our party will be divided like the NPP. But I know that will never happen, he says. And then he's saying that what NPP is now doing is a contest to hell. The flag bearer aspirants are criticizing each other and enumerating the sins and faults of each other. That's the concern of Johnson Asiru Nketia.
So he says,
So
look
tone
at
down.
what NPP is doing and don't
Tone down. Don't do the same thing.
Don't
Yeah,
do the
this-
same thing. And thank you for listening. All right, what else?
Yeah. No, but well, we've got to go for the BBC news, isn't it?
Eventually.
Yeah.